smash to subscribe. The TVWan News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWan News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Kidu Jr. In this edition, commencement agreement amended and signed, 9 million kina dispersed for Bali Island Ring Road, and Palm Rackets Club anticipate a successful 2024. This week, Papua New Guinea's Deputy Prime Minister John Rosso met with the Indonesian ambassador to PNG, His Excellency Andrina Supendi. They discussed a range of key topics aimed at strengthening the long-standing and collaborative relationship between the two nations. A notable highlight of the discussions was the prospect of potential exchange visits to Indonesia and PNG in 2024. The leaders expressed enthusiasm for enhancing people-to-people connections, fostering cultural exchanges, and exploring avenues for increased trade and investment. Both expressed their commitment to deepening the bilateral ties between Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. They reiterated the importance of such engagements in fostering regional stability, economic prosperity, and cultural understanding. Papua New Guinea's recently commissioned High Commissioner to New Zealand, Sakhies Tameo, has pronounced that plans be proactive and undertake certain initiatives that will deepen and elevate Papua New Guinea's relations with New Zealand during his term. Tameo says New Zealand has made significant investment and funded millions of dollars worth in aid to Papua New Guinea.
At his commissioning, together with 3 consul generals that will be based in Australia, Papua New Guinea's High Commissioner to New Zealand, Sakhies Tameo, highlighted that New Zealand contributes about 250 million kina in aid programs to Papua New Guinea. The investment of about 1 billion kina outdoes Papua New Guinea's export to New Zealand at 481 million kina, whilst New Zealand's exports to Papua New Guinea is at 386 million kina.
Under its labour mobility program, we have about 50 Papua New Guineans participating. When there's thousands of Vanuatuans, Samoans, and Tongans, Minister Kundu Wellington will work very hard to increase those numbers.
Tameo stated that he will utilize his role to gain best practice experiences and use that expertise for the development of Papua New Guinea.
Of course, New Zealand is very well known for its efficient public service, better foreign service, which we are benefiting, better run universities, better run hospitals, better run service delivery systems. And I think New Zealand can share that experience and knowledge, best practice, and utilize the expertise for the development of Papua New Guinea.
Tameo says he and his counterpart consul generals have consulted with the Department of Foreign Affairs, colleagues, various state divisions and branches, whilst also reaching out to other land agencies to collaborate in order to embark on the programs that will propel Papua New Guinea and pursue the country's national interest with New Zealand.
We are very fired up. We've waited long, and we are ready to go. On that note, Minister, I, along with Consul General Yua, Consul General Rao, Consul Arbali, I'd like to commit or pledge our commitment to the government that we will do our very best in our respective roles to deliver to the people of our beloved country.
Maricela Kelaton, TVWan News.
The newly renovated holding cell in the Vaping police station, valued at 700,000 kina, will be opened this Friday. The New Island Provincial Police Commander, Superintendent Albert Belly, said the opening will eventuate after the last quarter period and launching of the Christmas and New Year operation.
In September 2020, the Vaping police station in New Island Province was closed down after it was deemed unfit for human occupation by health authorities. During that time, police operations were scaled down while offenders were sent away after they were charged and warned. On Friday, the 22nd of December, New Island Police will open the new holding cell, valued at 700,000 kina, after the final inspection of 2023 and the official launch of the Christmas New Year operation. New Island Provincial Police Commander, Superintendent Albert Belly, has instructed police station commanders of Vaping, Namatanai and Lihir, including the rural police station commanders of Taskul, Lakurumau and Konos, to be in Vaping this Friday for the final parade of 2023. PPC Belly said during the parade he will inspect the vehicle fleet as mobility is important for their operation. After that will be the grand opening of the Vaping police cell, which was condemned 3 years ago. He was able to secure 700,000 kina to fund its construction, which was carried out by China Railway Construction Group. PPC Belly said the district authorities of Namatanai and Vaping contributed 300,000 kina each, while the New Island provincial government came in with 100,000 kina to ensure this much-needed facility is accessible. For 6 to 7 months, during the time of construction, New Island's police officers were transporting detainees back and forth from Lakurumau. PPC Belly said it was a tiring, expensive and risky responsibility. He thanked the police officers for their bravery and for faithfully going up and down the Buluminski Highway until the cells were ready. The province has 84 police officers in total, with PPC Belly seeing the festive period operation commence last week, and most of the officers have already been deployed. The official launching, however, is scheduled for December 22nd at 10 a.m. Kamala Guare, TVWan News.
K92 Mining staff have been given the opportunity to become shareholders under the Share Participation Plan, which was implemented for Papua New Guinean employees earlier this year. The operator of the K92 gold mine in Eastern Highlands Province announced the first distribution of 1.2 million kina this week.
The operator of the K92 gold mine in Eastern Highlands Province, K92 Mining, has started a new program called the Share Participation Plan, which was implemented for Papua New Guinean employees earlier this year. Speaking at the recent 17th PNG Resources and Energy Investment Conference in Sydney, the Chief Executive Officer, John Lewins, said this means that all of its employees, which are 95% Papua New Guineans, and majority of which are from the local landowners, have become owners through being shareholders in their parent company, K92 Mining Inc.
Like 900 employees will benefit from that for the first time next week. Happy Christmas. With an average of 1,400 kina per person, and that'll increase because this is the first year that we've done it. We spent about 68 million on salaries and benefits in 2022. We'll see that figure was higher this year. And as I said, we're at 1650 workforce in 2023. When we look at our employees, 94% of those are Papua New Guineans, 53% from Eastern Highlands and our areas, 41% from other parts of PNG.
Lewins further said the share participation program has also embedded additional award payments based on safety and performance targets. For many of their employees, this will be their first time owning shares in a publicly traded company. Kamala Gware, TVWan News.
The Poera Project commencement agreement was amended and signed on Wednesday and now clearly defines the equity structure for landowners and the Enga provincial government. The amended document was signed at the Government House by all stakeholders, and this change now gives the landowners and EPG a 15% direct stake in the new Poera. This is by far the largest transaction for landowners in PNG and is a show of what's to come in future resource projects.
The signing of the amendments now gives the landowners of the special mining lease area a 7.5% equity participation in the new Poera. They were initially allocated 2%. Following the change, a further 5% was added, bringing the total equity holding to 7.5%. The landowners of the lease for mining purpose area were allocated 2.5% from nothing and will now have direct participation through this stake. The remaining 5% stake will be held by Enga provincial government. Prime Minister James Marape welcomed the signing.
Unknown commentators and critics are criticizing this is a bad deal. I want to give assurance this is the best deal ever across the extractive industry. One of the reasons why this is the best deal, state has not gone out to borrow money like IPIC transaction or even UBS transaction, other transaction.
Under the terms of the agreement, the landowners and EPG as equity holders will be the first to benefit during the first sale, while Kumul Minerals Holding is expected to benefit from its equity holding a little later.
I want to make it absolutely clear to everyone. The 15% beneficiaries will receive benefit from first gold. First gold production, first gold sales, 15% beneficiaries will receive this, including 3% royalty. Beneficiary will receive this.
Despite this, Marape is happy because tax revenue will start flowing into the government coffers on day one, and unlike previous mining and petroleum projects where companies are given tax holidays in the initial phase of the project.
Unlike other projects where there are tax holidays, this has no tax holiday. State is beneficiary to 30% tax right from day one. State is also beneficiary to 2% fiscal stability tax from day one. And state and the economy also benefits from the spin-off. Personal income tax is not calculated, something unprecedented we did. Unlike Lihir and others where personal income tax is calculated as the net take from the project.
Enga Governor Grand Chief Sir Peter Ipatas thanked the government for allowing him to sit at the negotiating table.
I've been there, consulted all along on behalf of the people of Enga. It's been a transparent process. If there were issues, we discussed the issues, and Prime Minister, thank you for allowing the province to be involved in the process. And
he called on Engans to drop their weapons and be prepared to participate in the new Poera.
So Engans, I want to call on you to get organized. The mine is going to fire up on Friday. If you have been sleeping, well, you'll be sorry yourselves.
Apart from the equity participation, the landowners and EPG are set to benefit from 3% royalty, 1% tax credit scheme projects, 700 million Kina infrastructure development, 100 million Kina business development grants, and 400 million Kina through Mineral Resource Enga. Ruth Rungula, TVWan News.
And with the mine scheduled to reopen tomorrow, Prime Minister James Marape explains the process of reopening.
The operator of the new SML 13 indicates to me and to us that 22nd of December remains the target date for commissioning. you would see, and I want to indicate to those in the Project Poera Valley, that whilst what is known as the smoke will not be visible, but the mine itself, the entire chain of mine productivity will be sanctioned. It will be fully back into operation on the 22nd, and thereabouts first gold possibly within 6 to 7 weeks, again subject to the process. So,
Central Province Police launch Operation Everele. West New Britain government share important initiatives, including a $9 million funding to complete Bali Island Ring Road. That's next.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Karen, talk young, around the scale, rice family meal with talk. We bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi gola scale, rice low scale, scale price. Senisi gola scale, rice low scale, scale price. Him, but you like him?
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame oil, winning taste.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add the kakaro, get up and big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
The Toyota JD Hiace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hiace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hiace bus and experience the Hiace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectations.
Get ready for a mouth-watering dive into the wild with Mike Robinson.
Look at that! Good job. Ow!
It's the ultimate catch and cook.
I have noticed that you have not gutted it.
I tend not to gut it.
There's so much flavour.
That's stunning, to be fair.
You know, we're enacting what our ancestors did. It's in our DNA to do this.
Fishing the wild. Streaming now on Outdoor.
What's your story?
My story.
What are we looking at?
To some, I was an outlaw. To all, a legend.
Your Puss in Boots? Oh.
Normally, I have a soul. It's like a whole thing.
Okay. Whenever I team up with you, things go wrong.
Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
Welcome back. The 2023 to 2024 Central Province Festive Season Police Parade was launched today at Quicklis Station, Central Province. The police operation codename Everele, which means happiness, was launched by Governor Rufina Peter.
Central Province police officers took part in a parade at Quicklis Central Province today to commemorate the launching of the 2023 to 2024 Central Province Festive Season Police Operation. The operation, codename I Verale, meaning happiness, is given to ensure community in Central Province enjoy this festive season without fear of intimidation. According to the Central Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Laimo Asi, the operation is currently starting this evening and will operate for 14 days. The operation ends on 14th of January 2024.
The community, the people of this province must enjoy the festive season.
As he said, police officers will be dispatched throughout the LLGs within the province to conduct roadblocks and security checks to ensure the people of Central Province are safe this festive season.
What we'll be doing in the operation is we have selected police officers who will be with a CPTA. That's why our CPTA officer is here, the director is here. They will be operating on the highways, roadblocks, vehicle checks, what to what. Secondly, we also engage the police officers with liquor license officers from Central Provincial Government. And a couple of our team will be joining them.
PPC ASI urged the police officers to be professional and practice good ethical behavior when performing their policing duties.
Yes, we present ourselves, policemen, to be professional and ethical. Policemen must come na tok lo you good way. Policemen must dress up na come tok lo you in a good communication skills.
Meanwhile, Central Governor Rufina Peter commits 25,000 kina towards the operation. She reminded the police officers to reflect on their journey this year and urged them to perform with dignity in the new year and onwards. Tracy Pa, TVWan News.
Meanwhile, the Central Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Laimo Asi said there will be no liquor ban this festive season in Central Province. However, Asi said liquor restrictions will only be enforced.
I want to tell you here that there is no liquor ban in the province, but we have liquor restrictions, which basically means that you like Kalablo Mosby, you drink beer, you drive a car, police by volume, you arrest you, charge you, your beer will be confiscated. Because it is an offense, driving, allowing passengers to drink while you are driving, as a driver. As a passenger, you'll be charged because you're drinking in a moving vehicle. That's an offense. For those trading licenses, I must warn you that you trade your liquor according to the license that you got.
The sanitation facility project at Ho'owalai Primary School in Milne Bay Province, launched last month, is one of 20 successful projects established out of Digital PNG Foundation's Community Grants Program. Sister Esther Pizarras from the Catholic Diocese of Alatau shared that the school has been using pit toilets since its establishment in 1970. She acknowledged Digital Foundation for the grant and Amethyst Builders and Engineering. With the school area mostly clay and muddy, they managed to construct 6 septic toilets within a period of less than 2 months. To date, Digital Foundation has invested 169 million kina into projects in all 22 provinces and over 2.102 million in Milne Bay Province. The Community Grants Program has been provided annually since 2019 and to date given 3.5 million kina. In a significant development on Wednesday, December 20, 2023, the Office of the Governor for West New Britain, Sasindran Mutavel, disbursed a substantial sum of 9 million kina to expedite the completion of the Bali Island Ring Road upgrade in the Bali Witu local level government area. West New Britain Provincial Administrator Leo Mapmani presented a crucial 9 million kina check to the Pacific Development Contractors, assigned for the final phase of the Bali Ring Road Upgrade Project. Funded through the Governor's Provincial Support Grant, this financial boost is essential for ensuring the successful completion of comprehensive upgrades and the sealing of the Ring Road. Mr. Mapmani noted that PDC has already initiated the project's initial phase, highlighting the added financial support as a testament to the commitment to achieving ambitious project goals.
It's been a long time waiting for the people of Bali and Vito Island, and Mr. Holmes can attest to that. The difficulties and the challenges that the people have endured transporting their goods from the hinterlands of Bali down to the coast to be transported out of Bali to Kimber. Geographical nature of that island is unique, so it is steep sloped, so it is very difficult to move produce from inland down to the coast.
Mr. Mapmani urged PDC Managing Director David Holmes to uphold the highest standards in project delivery.
The road from the Bali Wharf to Makiri Wharf used to take around 2.5 to 3 hours for people to walk it. That's now a 10 to 12 minute trip by car. What we intend to do now in 2024 is even improve the drainage system by putting all new culverts into the road. That'll be phase 2. Then we'll be upgrading that road to actually make it into a bitumen coal tar road. That will give it a longevity over 10 to 20 years.
Mr. Holmes aims for completion by the 6th to 8th month of 2024. However, with the onset of the wet season, an expected slowdown of 6 to 12 weeks may occur. The infusion of 9 million kina into the Bali Island Ring Road Upgrade Project marks a strategic investment by Governor Sasindran Motivel, aiming to enhance connectivity and economic opportunities for Bali Island residents. Transformative initiatives are being implemented to improve education, community development and economic empowerment in West New Britain Province. Governor Sasindran Motivel said these include innovative 4-in-1 classrooms, walkabout sawmills and a truck for the Minapo Cooperative Society. Governor for West New Britain Sasindran Motivel has initiated a project to construct a 4-in-1 double classroom at Tarobi Primary School. The project aims to improve the learning environment for children of Tarobi and enhance primary education. Midway Construction, represented by Managing Director Billinson Warren, received a check for 500,000 kina from Provincial Administrator Leo Mapmani for the construction. Mapmani highlighted the Governor's commitment to prioritizing education and health. Midway Construction is expected to promptly complete the project. The West New Britain government, through Mapmani, presented 3 walkabout sawmills to Aitui villagers in Gasmata LLG and Seneca LLG. Aitui received 1 sawmill, while Seneca received 2. The sawmills will be used to cut 2 mill timbers, which will support the construction of permanent houses. Governor Motivel's roofing iron rollout program will complement these efforts, further enhancing community development. Mapmani presented a new truck to the Minapo Cooperative Society in a bid to support SMEs and create opportunities for income generation by facilitating the transportation of produce to markets. The move aligns with the government's commitment to empower communities and stimulate economic growth at the grassroots level. And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2683 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2608 $0.3843 Australian dollars, 0.2307 euro and 37.04 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold and cocoa closed higher, copper closed unchanged, and the rest are trading lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. You're watching TVWan News. When we come back, cleanup effort underway after ex-cyclone Jasper and vapes of e-cigarettes will be banned in Australia come January 2024.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSP Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook. And with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
Why can't a lady like me? I admit I'm underfed, but wear the pillow from the bed. I could be Santa Claus. Oh, anyone can play Santa. I fantasized it a lot. With his hat upon my head and his suit of Christmas red, I could be Santa Claus.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungim Yumi.
Strong like you, smart like me. I hope they don't break. Now Charlie Loki's son. This is Relaxo. Strong plus shred. Should I try them on you?
No, please. I'll take them.
Relaxo. Very strong, lasts long.
On the ground, the Fijian. Kebalo, oh, Butterfingers there out of the hands of Dante. You've got to be careful. He's up. Ramos in the corner.
They travel by land, by water, and by air. For hours, or even days, facing the most extreme conditions imaginable. To these students, it's more than just a walk to school. It's a test of survival. And they do it every single day. The most dangerous ways to school, streaming now on Outdoor.
Welcome back. Sydney Airport is bracing for some of its busiest weeks in more than 3 years as passenger numbers near pre-pandemic levels this holiday period.
I'm here at Sydney Airport where thousands of people are coming through today, making their way home for Christmas or away from the summer holidays. As you can see behind me, it's busy, but it's not flat out. The queues are moving for people to check their luggage and get their boarding passes, and they're getting through security in a pretty timely fashion. But certainly has been bustling this morning. Lots of people coming through. Some people facing some cancellations and delays, but largely things moving along. So we've had some monthly data out today from the Department of Transport that talks about cancellations and arrivals. What we see is that the overall rate of cancellation is 3.7%. Now that's down on last year, so it's a bit better. It was up at 4.5% last year, but it's still far higher than the average, which is around about 2%. Now in terms of arrivals and delays, again the delays for departures and arrivals are a little bit worse than last year, but the issue issue really is that they're just far below what they should be when it comes to the averages. In terms of the airlines, what we saw were the best figures for Jetstar. Its cancellation rate was about 2.7%. Qantas was near to it at about 3.3%. The worst performing airline for cancellations of the major airlines was Virgin at 6.3%. Virgin tells us that they have put on lots of extra flights over Christmas and summer. These are particularly to those really popular summer holiday destinations like Bali, the Gold Coast, the Sunshine Coast, Queensland. So they're expecting nearly 3.5 million passengers over December and January and have put on extra flights to cater for those extra customers. Qantas too says it's putting on extra flights, but as ever the message to the travelling public is, you know, leave early, check all the relevant apps for delays and cancellations and just plan your trip accordingly.
Officials say progress is being made in far north Queensland's flood recovery. The cleanup effort is in full swing following record-breaking rain from ex-tropical cyclone Jasper.
Standing here now on what is a sunny Cairns esplanade, you'd hardly believe that this was an area that was impacted by torrential downpours just a matter of days ago. That of course caused flooding in the Cairns and wider far north Queensland region. Over the past few days we've had the chance to chat to locals here in Cairns, locals in some of the surrounding areas as well, some of those 17,000 property owners who have been impacted by the most recent flooding. We've heard stories of grandmothers who had the Christmas presents for all 13 of their grandkids sprawled out on the floor, ready to gift them on Christmas Day, lost, completely destroyed in those devastating floodwaters that tore through thousands of homes here in Queensland. But one thing that does rise as floodwaters recede is, of course, the human spirit of Queenslanders. We've seen mud armies hit the deck, people offering support to neighbours while their own properties are flooding. But, of course, community assistance only goes so far. It's the financial funding that people are calling out for now as they attempt to rebuild. The Minister for Disaster Management, Emergency Management rather, Murray Watt, has been on the ground at Machin's Beach today to announce some support. Here's a bit of what the Federal Minister had to say.
The payment that we've been talking about today for uninsured people to get assistance if their home is structurally damaged, and as I say, that's a grant of up to $50,000. It's targeted at low to middle income earners, so that works out for an individual at someone earning $58,000 a year, but it goes up to $81,000 per annum for a couple and about $120,000 for a couple with children. So, you know, in far north Queensland, I think that will cover a pretty broad range of low to middle income earners.
Certainly a long road ahead for far north Queenslanders impacted by this disaster.
29 people in the Pacific Labour Mobility Scheme have died in the last financial year, making it the deadliest period in the history of the expanding scheme, according to Australian government data. The fourfold rise came as participant numbers reached an all-time high amid an increasing reliance on Pacific workers in the Australian agriculture and meat industries. Department of Employment and Workplace Relations data revealed that as of June 30th, 2023, Palm visa holder deaths more than quadrupled from 2021 to 2022 to 2022 to 2023, with 7 deaths and 29 deaths recorded. It also revealed there were 233 critical incidents resulting in palm worker injuries in the last 3 years. The department noted that the deaths and injuries were not necessarily related to the participants' engagement in the scheme. Vapes or e-cigarettes will be banned in Australia in just a couple of weeks from January. Single-use vapes will be outlawed and the refillable, non-therapeutic ones will be banned from March next year. But with 1 in 6 young people between 15 and 17 using vapes, youth workers are concerned about the withdrawal effects the outright ban may have on teenagers addicted to vaping. Zena Burgess from the Australian Psychological Society wants to see support for those giving up.
It's incredibly common for young people to use vapes regularly or just socially, and it's an addictive drug. So we're really keen to see intervention to reduce the number of young people who are addicted or who could be addicted to vapes. And you can see the years that it's taken to undo the effects and the social acceptability of smoking, and now we're going to go on that same journey, I hope, with vaping. I think that young people are going to find it hard without support and psychological support to stop vaping. It is addictive, an addictive use of a substance, and it's associated with social situations and particular activities. So it's hard to give up an addiction, and they'll need support to do so. And we're really keen to see that support, particularly delivered through parents and teachers and psychologists at the school level, which is where many children start their experience of talking about, experimenting with vaping with their school friends. So we're really keen to start working with helping young people develop plans, manage their triggers, and start to have a bit of a way to move forward with getting rid of this addiction, knowing that they will relapse. It's not straightforward at all to give up an addictive substance. Helping your teenager and their friends, if they do it in a group, develop a quit plan so they can support each other, talking to them about the kinds of situations, whether they're social, whether they're timing situations, or whether it's people where they're most likely to be vaping, and starting to develop micro changes of habits that will reduce the effect of this drug on them. They'll need social support, quite a lot of social support to get through this, because it's been seen as a very socially desirable activity. And working through stress and anxiety that comes from these kinds of changes. So they'll need some assistance with managing stress and maybe even the side effects of feeling insecure or depressed as they start to withdraw. I think there are some people that online services absolutely resonate with, but there are others that need face-to-face or other services as well. Certainly for awareness raising, it'll give some resources, but I haven't seen the program, but usually it's a multi-pronged approach which is most successful.
The leader of Hamas has paid his first visit to Egypt in more than a month, a rare personal intervention in diplomacy amid talks on a new ceasefire to let aid reach Gaza and free more hostages. It comes as Israel says it has uncovered a major underground command center in Gaza City, and a United Nations Security Council vote on a bid to boost aid to the Gaza Strip has been delayed by another day. Diplomats say the U.S. is unhappy with a draft UN proposal that aims to dilute Israel's control of humanitarian aid deliveries to Gaza via the Rafah crossing from Egypt. There remains a huge gulf between Hamas and Israel's publicly stated positions on any halt to fighting. Tasmanian pharmacists will soon be given more powers, providing more vaccines and prescribing urinary tract infection medication. But medical groups say a plan for them to do more in regional parts of the state and in aged care is still a way off.
Work starts on a $22 million facelift for the Royal Hobart Hospital's pharmacy. Big changes are on the way to give community pharmacists more power. They'll soon be able to provide more vaccinations.
Pharmacies will have stock of National Immunisation Program vaccines sometime in early January and be ready to put jabs in arms sometime around the middle of January.
There you go. And from February, pharmacists can prescribe medication for urinary tract infections.
It will happen for women between the ages of, we think, 18 and 65, and first presentation uncomplicated with nothing else going on.
The government says a proposal for pharmacists to prescribe to regional and aged care patients is also close.
That will start to roll out in January, but they need to make sure that all those rules and regulations and protocols are in place.
But medical groups say there's still lots of work to do.
Legislation has to change, the logistics have to be worked out, and the processes of educating the pharmacists in their role, and educating GPs on how to collaborate with pharmacists.
Proposals like these can often spark fights between pharmacists and doctors, but they insist they're both on board with the regional and aged care changes, as long as they're delivered in the right way.
We're certainly not trying to take work away from GPs because we know there's plenty of work around. But what we're trying to say is that pharmacy can do more and we can do more in collaboration.
Australia will not send a warship to the Red Sea as part of international efforts to safeguard cargo from attacks by Iranian-backed Houthi rebels. The United States had asked Australia and 38 other countries to send a warship to the Red Sea, but Australia will send a small number of defense personnel to help instead. The U.S. had issued a request to 39 countries that are members of the Combined Maritime Forces to bolster efforts to keep the critical shipping route open. The Red Sea is one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, linking the Mediterranean Sea and the Suez Canal to the Indian Ocean. And that ends the news segment. Join me after these messages for the sports news.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trubla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
A tantalizing remote. With his reindeer and his sleigh, I'd be up, up and away. I could be Santa, I could be Santa Claus.
Life is about making memories, sharing new adventures. Go beyond the familiar. Don't let bacteria hold you back from experiencing the world. Protex uses natural antibacterial protection with flaxseed oil and eliminates 99.9% of bacteria. Free yourself. Go beyond with Protex.
There's nothing more intense than this thing. I've been in racing my entire life since I was 3 or 4 years old. Anytime you get in one of these things, your life is in danger.
There's no room for error. I mean, this is life or death. I'm determined.
We travel across the country with this beast, and people just go nuts.
What's the loose touch from Brooks? Full Krug! It's the moment he's been waiting for. The goalkeeper stays and the header is in. Weaving his way through and a chance to finish it off. Hansa plays it off and Jolo has pulled Braga back into the game.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. In a triumphant year for Palm Racquet Club Squash, the Saturday morning junior development sessions concluded last week, set to resume in mid-January 2024. Notably, several juniors showcased their prowess in various competitions throughout the year. The Port Moresby Racquets Club proudly had participants in prestigious events such as the Australia Junior Open, Queensland Junior Championships and the KPHL Camp in Daisy Hill, Brisbane. The 2023 season witnessed the success of multiple junior tournaments, culminating in a stellar performance at the Oceania Junior Championship in Tauranga, New Zealand. Marilyn Alakos, POM RC Squash Director, expressed delight, stating, "It is gratifying to witness the increased participation of our juniors, providing them with invaluable exposure. These tournaments serve as a testament to their growth during the development sessions." Acknowledging the crucial role of sponsors, parents, and the POM RC community, Alakos extended gratitude for the unwavering support in 2023. Anticipation is high for 2024, with plans to participate in more tournaments and further elevate the juniors' international representation. Looking ahead, Alakos announced that early in 2024, one of their promising players will return to Brisbane to continue his PSA career. Additionally, POM Racquet Club recently welcomed back elite athlete Fianusia Guru, who concluded a 5-month break dedicated to intense training, tournament play, and the commencement of his professional league career. The club is poised for an exciting and competitive 2024. In a decisive move, the Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee Board, following a special executive meeting on December 18, 2023, disclosed the intricacies of the 2023 Pacific Games budget, revenue and expenditure. The PNG Sports Foundation, demonstrating unwavering support, covered almost 2 million kina in expense of 7 Air New Guinea charter flights for Team PNG, with an additional 3 million kina deposited into the PNG OC account. This government contribution of almost 5 million kina substantially offset the team's total expenditure, reaching 5.2 million kina, encompassing preparation costs beyond those sponsored by Kumul Consolidated Holdings' annual sponsorship. Acknowledging the stellar performance of Team PNG, the board earmarked 1 million kina for medal rewards. Athletes, officials, and national federations will be beneficiaries based on their contributions to the medal tally at the 2023 Pacific Games. Team PNG athletes are set to receive gold 5,000 kina, silver 2,500 kina, and bronze 1,000 kina per medal. Meanwhile, officials' rewards ranging from gold to bronze medals will be allocated on a fixed rate per medal won, contingent upon the submission of final games reports to the PNGOC. Remaining funds from the 1 million kina will be distributed among national federations after athletes and officials receive their rewards in adherence to the initially proposed incentives framework submitted to the Minister for Sports. The board will establish an equitable basis for allocating funds among medal-winning sports. In a nod to collective efforts, the PNGOC board has committed to reimbursing levy fees to national federations, ensuring direct reimbursements for individuals who paid to PNGOC and NFs that imposed levies on their team members. Anticipating a prompt resolution, PNGOC aims to process all medal rewards by December 22, 2023, with payments continue in the new year. Following the conclusion of all financial transactions, a comprehensive report and fund acquittal will be submitted to the government through the Ministry of Sports and PNG Sports Foundation. Melbourne Storm will play the Newcastle Knights in the first ever NRL-sanctioned rugby league match in Fiji in February 2024. The match will be played on Saturday, 24th February at Churchill Park, Lautoka, and will be the club's second trial in preparation for the 2024 season.
Storm Chief Executive Officer Justin Rodsky and Fiji Bati captain and Storm player Tui Kamika were in Fiji to announce details of the groundbreaking match alongside Fiji's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Viliami Gavoka, and Fiji Airways Chief Marketing and Customer Officer Aquila Batiweti and Tourism Fiji. "We are excited about bringing the first ever NRL match to Fiji," says Rodsky. The support of Fiji Airways and Tourism Fiji has helped to make this groundbreaking match become a reality, and can't wait to give Fijians the opportunity to see their NRL stars up close and personal. We already have a lot of Fijian talent within our game, and this serves as an incredible opportunity to not only grow the sport we love, but help develop the next wave of talent and hopefully give more young men and women the chance to play NRL or NRLW. Storm will spend the week leading into the match in Fiji to connect with the local Fijian community, engaging with schools and local rugby league clubs to provide inspiration and a pathway to those who want to play in the NRL. Susan Oreape, TVWan Sports.
And finally, American Samoa, Samoa and Tonga all made a welcome return to the FIFA Coca-Cola World Ranking following a challenging period for the Polynesian nations. The recent 2023 Pacific Games in the Solomon Islands provided the stage for all OFC member associations with support from FIFA at the back end.
For many of the participating nations, an increased level of FIFA funding via the Forward 3.3 program aided preparation for recently concluded Pacific Games. Few places in the world face as many challenges as Pacific-based nations when it comes to playing regular international football. That is true for Polynesian countries based at the eastern end of the OFC's footprint, where limited travel options, considerable expense, and sheer geographic remoteness present major obstacles. The cost of domestic and international travel across Oceania, given the geography of the region and the impact of COVID-19 more recently, has worsened existing issues and constrained the available resources for national team participation. FIFA says the increase in FIFA Forward funds will enable member associations to better invest in the critical success factors such as improved systems and human capacities. It will also improve national team preparation and increase participation at the international competitions. Returning to the international arena for the Polynesian teams was another step on the road to recovery. The Pacific Games also offered a rare opportunity for the Melanesians. Cook Islands, meanwhile, faced the kind of logistical challenges that is unsurpassed even by their Pacific neighbors. Solomon Islands proved an ideal location for the football component of the Games, with passion, the sport in the region. Papua New Guinea continued their perfect record in the competition, collecting a 6th crown at the Games. New Caledonia saw off Samoa to earn the bronze medal and continue their recent surge in women's football. Susan Oreape, TVWan Sports.
And now here's the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern region, isolated showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain and possibility of riverine flooding or flash floods. Port Moresby, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru and Kerema, mostly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Umase region, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. Lae, cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, isolated showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain and possibility of riverine flooding or flash floods. All centers experiencing cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with areas of rain. Mendi and Wabeg, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate with west to northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots with gusts. Bismarck Sea, seas slight to moderate with north to northwest winds of 10 to 15 knots. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of Finchafen through Vitius and Dampier Strait to Siasi and Long Islands, seas 1 to 1.5 meter, rising to 2 to 2.5 meters along Vitius Strait. Waters of Bougainville, seas 1 to 1.5 meters, rising to 2 to 2.5 meters, Bougainville Island. And that ends another edition of TVWan News. Have a pleasant evening. Bye for now.
The TVWan News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.